It's good to be with you again on BOI Weekly. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Kumbi Aboluade. Today on the program, we have for you details of how Monarch Alloys Limited, through the support of the Bank of Industry, is positively contributing to Nigeria's maritime industry. We will also bring you details of how companies that benefited from the federal government's manufacturing sector fund are making good use of the financial intervention. Plus, the continued awareness campaign on the 200 billion naira presidential grant and loan scheme. Let's start off from Lagos, where Monarch Alloys Limited is contributing its quota to Nigeria's industrial development through the help of the country's premier.
Concrete weight coating, anti-corrosion coating, and it also has a testing facility for external and internal coating based on specification. Monarch Alloys Limited's pipe coating unit has an external coating capacity of 2 million square meters and internal coating capacity of 1 million square meters annually. These coated pipes are important in onshore and offshore oil and gas transportation pipelines, as the pipelines require adequate protection against corrosion to ensure reliable service over a long period of time.
We can coat all range of pipes from 4 inches to 64 inches, and we can do 3-layer polyethylene as well as concrete coating, which is exhaustive requirement for any oil and gas pipeline. So we can do all the complete ranges for pipe coating. All the pipes which are imported right now are being coated till now, so which is not a very good thing for Nigerian economy. So that's why we thought, let's replace the imports with local production. So now our main agenda is to bring only the bare pipes from China or India and coat it here. Going forward, we also want to set up a pipe mill here, also pipe mill. So everything is replaced by local production. There should be no imports.
Because of the capital-intensive nature of this venture, Monarch Alloys Limited needed financial support. This led the company to Nigeria's most successful financial institution, the Bank of Industry.
We went to BOI with this proposal. They were very optimistic about it and very supportive, because this is one of a kind initiative to be done for import substitution. So they were very helpful to us, and all the departments, be it mining metals, be it any other department, they were all very supportive. BOI is the best bet anyone could get, and everyone should approach BOI, and since they're very proactive also. It didn't take much time for them to approve my facility, so I think BOI is the best bet anyone could get there. This is the first loan we took actually. Yeah, we have steel factories, we have real estate. We never took any loans from any banks, but this is the first time we took from BOI because of the, of course, advantages of the BOI. It has been a very good thing economically, financially, everything, because of the rate of interest and because of the speed of the loans we got. So it's the best thing to get. Yeah.
With BOI's financial support to Monarch Alloys Limited, productivity levels increased at the company, leading to job opportunities for the people.
So right now, we are already employing about 80% of local workforce. And we plan to, over a period of 2 years, to increase it up to 95%. So that's our initiative.
Recently, the efforts of Monarch Alloys Limited in local content development was celebrated at the official launch of the facility in Lagos. past and present government officials and other stakeholders in the oil and gas sector graced the occasion. In his welcome address, the managing director of Monarch Alloys Limited said the company completed the investment within 18 months. Looking back on how far the company has come in supporting operations in the oil and gas industry.
We began our journey 20 years ago with steel manufacturing, and since then we have grown steadily to become one of the leading producers of steel today in the country. Before, when the time we set up the factory, we used to import steel. The country used to import all the iron rods in the country. But today, because of local production, we don't need to import anything. It's nil. It's total, complete import substitution.
Representing the Lagos State Governor, the Secretary to the State Government expressed satisfaction with the siting of Monarch Alloys Limited within the Lagos industrial space.
The establishment of this plant not only represents progress in our economic landscape, but also showcases another audacious step towards industrial progress in our dear Lagos State.
The Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment lauded the company for reducing Nigeria's dependence on importation and expanding the value chain.
This ceremony, I mean, it aligns, seamlessly with the agenda of the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, which is, value addition, local capacity, and of course, job creation. I mean, I'd like to assure everyone that the ministry will continue to provide the policy frameworks, provide the partnerships that are necessary and that are encouraging and enabling enough for the growth of industry. I believe that this event again, it opens up lots and lots of opportunities. I believe that the entire ecosystem opens up opportunities for engineers, for technicians, and of course for suppliers.
For the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Monarch Alloys Limited should be encouraged to continue to be in business.
As Minister in charge of oil, I do know that this is one of the most important industries for the oil and gas industry. One of the reasons why NCDMB, was created was to enable, Nigerian companies build capacity to be able to service the industry. And for the past 15 years, they've laid a very solid foundation. And I'm very happy that companies like this are now springing up, in Nigeria. But what is more important is not what all of us are gathered here to witness. What is more important is the sustainability of this company. If this company is not patronized by the companies in the oil and gas industry, this company will die naturally. In the past, Nigeria used to be a dumping ground, by companies importing these pipes from China. Let me take this opportunity to say today that under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, dumping will be no more. Federal government, will at all material times continue to support industries like this to grow so that we can retain the value in country.
As you may know, the disbursement of the federal government of Nigeria's 200 billion intervention fund is ongoing. To ensure that the aim of the fund, which is to support and stimulate the manufacturing and MSME sectors in Nigeria, is achieved, a team from the Bank of Industry and the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria set out to see how benefiting organizations in manufacturing sector are utilizing the funds in Kano State. The delegation visited some companies in Chalawa Industrial Area and Hadija Road.
The visit by officials of the Bank of Industry and the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria to some of the companies that benefited from the ongoing federal government's 75 billion naira manufacturing sector fund kicks off at Pharmadex Nigeria Limited, a major player in the product packaging industry located in Kano.
The 75 billion in collaboration we've disbursed to companies in Kano. So as part of effort to show that, okay, this actually went to the right people, the right manufacturers. That's why we embark on this visit with the association.
Welcoming the delegation, the managing director of the company, Mr. Karim Badaru, touches on how the funding by the federal government through the Bank of Industry has boosted operations at Pharmadex Nigeria Limited.
We have benefited 2 times from Bank of Industry. Now the subject is the manufacturing fund, and it's the one we are currently using. It has been very helpful for us in order to mitigate, especially it came at the right time because of, as you said, subsidy, but also right before that, we have everybody, when I say we, not only our company, everybody I think has suffered due to the devaluation, the losses of our capital force, the purchasing power that we had a problem since 2022 in Nigeria in general. So for us, it came at the right time. And it was perfect because it helped us increase and sustain ourselves the way we need to be in order to continue our...
The delegation then tours the factory of Pharmadex Nigeria Limited. And ABC Nigeria Limited. The company is into polymer processing with a wide range of plastic products ranging from UPVC pipes, HDPE pipes, PVC profile sealing. Of how the loan from the federal government's manufacturing sector fund being disbursed by BOI saved the company from collapse.
At the point of this removal of subsidy and devaluation of Naira, Holborn and ABC are preparing for the final rest, because it is really a big blow on us. Fortunately enough, we are able to meet with people that gave us the idea of this manufacturing fund that was coming through Bank of Industry. And this has really bring back our company into its feet. Because without this Bank of Industry loan, which we got in Holborn and ABC, I'm assuring you by now it will be a history. All our management are really happy with the support we get from Bank of Industry, to be honest with you. Through this assistance, we are able now to have a steady supply of our raw material, which is much needed in our factory. And based on the confidence we have on the raw material, this company has now secured all our employees. We have not terminated any single staff because we are able to retain all our staff strength to the extent that now we are even employing more. Because of the confidence we have on the procurement of raw material, today we have invested more, even in the gas plant. The old generators, we have replaced a new one, which is part of the improvement we have to the development you people made to our company. So I can say your visit is a welcome visit. It's something that assists us really to maintain our capital utilization capacity in the factory.
From there, the delegation moves to Mamuda Care Nigeria Limited, a subsidiary of Mamuda Group, which is into 5 main business units. This includes Mamuda Foods, Mamuda Beverages, Mamuda Agro and Allied Products, Mamuda Tannery, and Mamuda Soaps and Detergent. And the Bank of Industry for the financial intervention.
The money comes in from BOI that will help us expand, buy more machinery at a good interest rate, which will allow us to survive. And you have seen Mamuda Group is a very big group, and we are always expanding. So this fund is very essential to us, and I'm sure to other manufacturers. And we hope we will get more funds from BOI because it will help us expand more and more and more.
Finally, for this round of visits, the companies that benefited from the ongoing federal government's 75 billion naira manufacturing sector fund, the delegation of BOI officials and the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria was at Medicos Industries Limited, a cosmetics products manufacturing company, also.
You can see from the visit, some used the funds to buy machinery, some used it to buy raw materials, and while others use it as a working capital.
Finally on the program, and still in Kano State, it's time for more entrepreneurs in the state to know about the 200 billion naira presidential grant and loan scheme.
Participants registering for the town hall meeting as the sensitization train on the 200 billion naira presidential grant and loan scheme made a stop in Kano State, northwest Nigeria. The stakeholders' engagement has in attendance officials from the Bank of Industry and its partners, plus different levels of entrepreneurs from across the 44 local government areas of the state. These businessmen and women are here to know more about the Federal Government Intervention Fund, which is being administered by the Bank of Industry. Representing the MD/CEO of BOI, the bank's Kano State Manager, Aminu Yusuf, reiterates the importance of the micro, small and medium enterprises as the engine room of Nigeria's economy.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, MSMEs are the engine of Nigeria's economy. Here in Kano, we see firsthand how MSMEs bring life to the local economy. They create jobs, provide livelihoods, drive innovation. Nationally, MSMEs account for 96% of all businesses, 84% of employment, and nearly half of our GDP. But they continue to face real challenges, from access to finance to cost of doing business. This is what the 200 billion intervention seeks to address. So far, we have disbursed over 107 billion to almost 900,000 beneficiaries across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Out of this, 51,033 beneficiaries valued at over 12.54 billion are from Kano State.
He further explains the 3 different streams of intervention under the 200 billion naira presidential grant and loan scheme that the entrepreneurs can apply for.
We have the 50 billion presidential conditional grant scheme designed to support 1 million nano businesses, market women, vulcanizers, mobile tailors, food vendors, and many others. Each will receive 50,000 grant across the 774 local government, focusing on 6 key sectors. Second, the 75 billion MSME loan scheme is designed for small businesses ready to scale. Under this scheme, MSMEs can access up to 5 million naira in loans at 9% per annum with 3 months moratorium and a tenure of up to 3 years. Third, the 75 billion manufacturing sector fund is targeted at addressing needs of our manufacturers who face significant challenges due to rising costs, infrastructure deficits, and supply chain disruptions. In partnership with Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, the program offers loans of up to 1 billion naira to eligible manufacturers. Let us take this message to every local government, every marketplace, every workshop, not just here in Kano, but across Northwest and throughout Nigeria.
It's indeed an opportunity for the participants to learn more on some of the things they need to do to prepare them towards qualifying for the funds.
The requirements basically for startup is an evidence of account opening, right? And then also a business a business document. And your company must be registered. You must have a CAC number. It's a registered company. Then for those that are existing businesses, they will need bank statements, proof of to show that their cash flow, and then also the same thing, registered company or registered business name. And we have state offices where they can walk into and get all of this information. And we have officers that even go to visit the businesses. So the thing is, and a lot of people think that it's about giving them cash. It's about empowering their businesses.
The federal government and the Bank of Industry call on all qualified entrepreneurs in Nigeria to be part of the 200 billion naira presidential grant scheme, an MSME intervention fund, and the manufacturing sector fund.
That's it in BOI Weekly. For more information on how you as a business owner can benefit from loans and financial advisory from the Bank of Industry, do log on to BOI website or any of the bank's social media platforms. Thank you for being a part of the program. I will see you again same time next week. I am Kumbi Aboluade. Bye for now.